like my hat. Ain't it cute? I like my earrings. Ah, look at them. Look at them. Drip too hard, don't stand too close. You gon' fucking run a drown off this way. Doing all these shows. I've been on the road. I don't care where I go, long as I get paid. I hope y'all fucking with the drip. Hope you can swim. Today, y'all, we talking about two things. We talking about shelf life, and we talking about the mental benefits of shrooms. A lot of times people say shit like, I just feel like shrooms unlock my mind. I feel like I'm a different person. People who have used shrooms therapeutically, they probably told you their story. I feel so much better, or I felt like shit the whole time I was going through it, but when it was over with, I swear to God, I just felt like a whole different person. I'm gonna try to explain my take on what that is, and then also too, I want to talk about shelf life because I feel like that's important. Let's get into it. When I say shelf life, I mean your ability to still consume it. A lot of things have different shelf lives, and I'm gonna be honest with you, my opinion on shelf life is not based on research, it's based on personal experience. It's been my experience that weed don't ever expire, and to be honest with you, shit, the longer you had a weed, I feel like the stronger it get once you finally do smoke it. And then I also too feel like shrooms has no expiration date. That's just my personal opinion, especially if you get them and they dry. Mushrooms should come dry. Like I told y'all in that first video, the questions that need answers, you should be purchasing your shrooms dry. I mean, I have personally purchased shrooms while they were fresh picked. They were cleaned. I ate them, and to be honest with you, that shit was good. It was good, but also too, the level of potency of wet shrooms, I think you need like 10 times as much if they're not dry, because the weight of a wet shroom and the weight of a dried shroom is completely different. Psychedelic mushrooms, when they dry, and this is another thing too, because if you're gonna be out here doing shrooms and buying shrooms, you need to make sure that people not selling you no bullshit. The base of psychedelic mushrooms should be bruised. It should be a grayish, bluish, sometimes even like a almost blackish color. This one really not that dark, but I'm gonna show y'all anyway. It should very much so look moldy. Very much so like that. I have had shrooms that I purchased months ago. I want to say the first time I tried experimenting with it, I purchased some shrooms and I waited a week and I ate some. 2 weeks later, I ate some more. The potency did not decrease. My trip was not affected at all. It was the same consistency. Week 3 and week 4, no change in my results. I started buying in larger quantities at one point in time. I just started like not only spacing out the frequency that I did them because I kind of wanted to see what the difference would be, but then again, there was no change. There are shrooms that I've had for like 6 and 7 months, never touched. Went to eat them perfectly fine. Like, I didn't feel bad. I didn't have no increased side effects. Like, that's why I be telling people, dried shrooms is what you should be consuming, because honestly, I'm convinced that the shelf life is infinite. I mean, that might be a stretch. However, I don't think they would last for years with an S. Maybe like a year. I don't know. Maybe I should try it. A year is possible. I think a year is definitely doable, because after 7 or 8 months, my shit was still, you know. One thing I will say is that I feel like where you store them is what matters. Temperatures that are too cold will make your shrooms crunchy, and temperatures that are too hot will wilt them to a degree. But then once you put them in room temperature and they got time to like cool off, I feel like they pretty okay. So, I mean, yeah, there's that. On to the health benefits and the mental things. People ask all the time,
what do you mean it unlock your mind? Explain that. I need some details because I'm really not understanding. You just eat it and you just start having all these epiphanies. You just like what? Talk to God? Like what happened?
I'll be honest with you. I do feel like I have a lot of epiphanies on shrooms. I feel like I have a lot of harsh conversations with myself about things that I need to do in order to make progress in my life. I'm good at brainstorming the next things that I want to tackle as far as goals. I feel that there is a lot of clarity of mind because there are certain things that I'm just able to process and let go of, so I'm not holding on to it anymore and it's not clogging up my mind. I think that there is a deeper sense of thought. Think about how you can read a book, and that book can make you look at things differently because that text offers a difference in perspective. It also can offer you someone else's experience that you may not have even heard of. And so their experience combined with whatever prior knowledge you have on the subject, or whether it's a new subject to you, it's gonna always get your wheels spinning in a bunch of different ways. I just kind of feel like that unlocking of your mind is you're letting go of shit. You're processing things, really just tapping into new shit. As your wheels get to spinning, you like,
damn, okay, and this could be done like this. Oh, but wait, what if I do it like that?
Let me put it like this. When you first learn to start cooking, and you know when it's time for a barbecue, you know your aunties, uncle them, they putting on the grill and they coming out with their seasonings. Now, if you really be paying attention, you know what they go-to seasonings are. You know, the kitchen sink, wash it out, pepper, seasoning, salt, garlic powder, onion powder, you know, all that. But then let's say you like, I want to try this new seasoning. Okay, cool. I'm gonna get some butter. I'm gonna get some chicken. I'm gonna only use this one seasoning and I'm gonna use butter because I want to see how that seasoning tastes by itself. Now, after you see how it tastes by itself, now you like, okay, but what
if I put some lemon pepper with this Cajun? And then what if I also throw in a little bit of lemon zest? Ooh, that might be fire. But I'm not gonna put no onion powder, but I will substitute for some garlic.
You know, I kind of feel like it's the same process. The stuff that you worry about is gonna bring it out. So then once you finally address it, there's gonna be just a freedom of the mind that you experience. There's gonna be an enlightening. I feel like enlighten not only means to become aware, but enlighten means to let go of shit. You feel lighter. You're enlightened because now that you've let go of that shit, you can elevate to something else that's gonna just bring you much more joy, much more peace, pleasure, and possibly more profits if you care about money. The whole unlocking your mind and the mental benefits of doing shrooms, I feel like I've grown as an individual. There are certain things that I understand that at one point in time had a stronghold over me because I just couldn't accept certain things. I couldn't understand certain things. And I think that there is peace and relaxation in not always understanding. You can only control what you can control, and what you can't, you got to learn how to either adjust or finesse. It's really that simple. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment, like, and subscribe, especially if y'all have questions, anything y'all want me to clarify, anything y'all want me to answer. Always remember, hashtag Boomies with CK on everything. Keep up with me on all my socials because I will be dropping little spoilers. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I will catch y'all on the flip side. Peace out.